2.7 FM.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Heartbeat of Chattanooga, where art lives. I'm your host, Jillian Collins. We're on Chattanooga Radio, AM 1240, 92.7 FM. And we're also broadcasting live on YouTube and Facebook. And I'm very excited today to have Kofi Mwaku returning as a guest.
Yeah.
Hi, Kofi.
Hi, I'm glad to be here again.
Yes, and today Kofi has come to share some special things that are on his heart and on the heart of his band members. Mm-hmm. So I'm really thankful, Kofi, that you reached out to the Heartbeat of Chattanooga and to myself to bring this to the community, because this is what it's about. Yeah. Art is about supporting.
That's right.
Giving. So welcome.
Thank you for inviting me again.
Yes. Well, I appreciate you reaching out with this cause, because as you were on the last time, Kofi, you shared that there was a band member of yours that was going through a cancer diagnosis and issues. And now Saturday,
Saturday,
the One Heart benefit concert that you and your band have put together, and you know much more about this than myself. So, I'll preface it to say that it is on my heart, because I personally am working on a breast cancer awareness campaign of my own. Even though I haven't had breast cancer, I have family members who have the gene, who have had it. And the vision was given to me to do something that might touch their lives.
That's another sad news, but it's all about what we can do to help one another. And I'm also glad that you are taking that road, to help, to help people, because this I call it an evil disease that even the experts have not got the cure yet. So if the whole world will get up and do whatever we can do to help and support all these victims or people that are coming up or catching this evil disease, that'll be a great thing.
Yes, and it is something. It's scary. You don't want to hear the C word. You don't want to hear that diagnosis. No. It's a very frightening disease, and it's almost like our body attacking itself somehow. And truly, we need more study, more medical science. And I know there are some breakthroughs, but really, the person like your band member, your sister here in your band, and what is her name, Kofi? Is she okay with sharing?
Yeah, he's okay with sharing it. His name is Antoine Williamson.
Okay, so it's a brother, or is this?
It's a brother.
Okay,
it's a brother, Antoine Williamson, and very, very good, talented, good father, and a very talented musician. Right from here in Chattanooga, and by hearing this, it's very, very saddening, because we are working and doing everything, getting our schedule, getting busy, but we don't know what is going on internally until something happens. So I think times like this are the best way to help one another. Because money is tight. So if money is tight, whatever we can do to support our families, friends, and loved ones, that's the best way that we can do and make sure that everything is, somebody to know that, oh, okay, somebody cares about me or somebody loves me.
And there's an actual, something is produced, like you said, money. And sometimes we think, well, money's a big pain, and granted it is. But what you're doing here and creating this One Heart benefit is reaching into the community, reaching into your friend's life, your band member, and showing a concrete support of funds that are going to help with this fight. So let's tell everybody when, what, if you want to kind of give a general overview of the timing, how they can find out, how they can get tickets and that sort of thing, Kofi, that would be great.
So the One Heart benefit concert is this Saturday at the Grand Flon on 400 East Main Street, Suite 120
Yeah, and there's free parking there too.
It's free parking too. You know, the streets too can be used as free parking during that time. And the gate opens at, or the doors open at 7:30. And we have some very, very, very good talented people and very, very, very eclectic of music style, and so many interesting things will be happening that night. And when the door opens, we have Sister Lyle and DJ Vuso from the Caribbean Cruise and Entertainment. And then at 8 o'clock, we have Crazy Flute, which is going to be a Native American flutist. So it's to go back into history or into ancestry. We are on the Native American land. So we will let the Native American spirit start the whole event, so that we invoke the spirit of the Native Americans, the spirit of every person here, because I believe that we all come from somewhere, and coming from somewhere, everybody got some spirit going on.
We definitely do.
Yeah. So like I say all the time, it doesn't matter what culture you come from, what religion you believe in, or what color on your skin. We all come from somewhere, and we all have heritage and culture. So Crazy Flute will start, and then Emerald Hip Belly Dance. So they will come in immediately. Crazy Flute is over. Emerald Belly Dances are very, very, very good friends. And I remember we were in Bonnaroo about 3-4 years ago with them, and that was a killer show. And also we opened for Oliver Tukuji at Nightfall, and that was a very, very good show. And then Denise Adene, Divine Poetess, and Amanda, who's also going to do belly dance. And
Amanda Newfield, I might know her.
Yeah.
She got black hair.
Yeah, she does.
She's a beautiful woman. She's going to be, I cannot attend your event. I actually have to work that evening. And I'm very sad about it. I hope you're going to record this entire event.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. So I'll make some few phone calls and see if I can get somebody with a very good camera, or maybe some camera or movie company people that can come out and support it.
Hey, call the news channels in
that's right,
Chattanooga. Call Channel 12, call Channel 3. Maybe they will show up, because this is important. And so you have poetry, you have the flautist, you have the Caribbean Cruise Entertainment, and these things are happening quickly. They're short events or shows, and then it's moving very quickly, continuing to change and shift.
Hope so.
Yeah. These are probably times that are a little flexible. So after Amanda, the belly dancer, and I actually believe I know her, then you have African dance.
Maori and Company. That's my drumming and dance group.
Okay.
So we do that, and then after that, we have the Tropical Swing Band, which Antoine also is a member of that band. And actually, let me go back a little bit. Antoine is one of the founding members of. Okay, when I get there, I'll do them. Coming down. So this Tropical Swing is a Latin band. So we have Latin music going on. So we have a lot of mix, and then we have Lumber 5, a soulful roots rock with world beat. And I'm also blessed and honored to be part of that band. I play the percussion for them and a little bit backup singing. And then we have the Robert Crabtree Trio with a special guest, Richard, which is jazz music. They play really good jazz band. So yeah, we have a lot. And then the next will be Oja, my band. We will mix it up like kind of like a world music.
So it's pronounced Oja?
Oja.
Ogya. Oja.
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 Oja means fire.
Fire. I love it.
So we're gonna bring the fire on the stage to open the way for Malele Roots. So Malele Roots is gonna be headlining that evening. And also the reason why I made them to headline is, when I first moved here in Chattanooga, Malele Roots was the first band that I played with Antoine. So Antoine is one of the founding members of Malele Roots. So we've known each other almost 20 years now. So, and Antoine's daughter is the best friend to my daughter. So her daughter comes to my house and spend some nights with my daughter. and my daughter also goes to Antoine's house. So we are kind of like a family. It's kind of like a family thing. So, doing this, I feel good. And I also thank everybody on this list who are coming to volunteer their time and energy and their sweat and blood and risk traveling back and forth to that venue. So I really, really, really thank everybody who's involved.
So each of these performers and musicians and everything, dancers are giving of their talents and time to support Antoine in his battle here, in his fight.
Yeah.
And that's Chattanooga. That's the heart here that we see here, and maybe part of why you're in Chattanooga, because of your heart, and the people here who are opening their hearts to you and Antoine and your band member who needs some support.
Yeah.
And you get in these situations with a diagnosis like this, and there's the devastation of the diagnosis, the decisions of treatment. And as you're sharing, there's family members and friends, and the family members have to go through traveling and uprooting their own lives, all manner of things that if you haven't been through a major medical situation, some of us aren't aware that your entire life, your job, your travel, your time, your food, your additional family members at home may not have the supporting family member because you're busy supporting your loved one who needs it so desperately. So this type of fundraiser for all of the listeners here, this reaches the entire family.
It does. And the community, and then the community
and
as
the
well.
community.
I remember, was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I was going to pick him and her daughter with my daughter up to go to Nightfall to hang out. And he said, "Oh yeah, I would love to go in there and hang out." But when I got there, he's like, "Man, I'm feeling tired now. Now he's on chemo, and he's been flying back and forth to Atlanta to do and to get his treatment." So I'm like, "Wow, it's a serious thing. It's a serious thing."
It is. And is he still playing with your band, or is this now maybe sometimes he can't?
I mean, he can blow the horn, but he cannot pitch like Antoine was playing before, because if he forces himself, he feels the pain right here. So he can do it to some point, but even not too much.
Right. So it's changing his whole life. And I'm sure that it's a struggle and everything. Now, the Grand Falloon is located very easy to find, 400 East Main Street. The Grand Falloon hosts a lot of great events in Chattanooga. And I know there'll be dancing and music. And in the beginning of this evening that begins right around 7:30, things move very quickly. But as you move into the evening, the acts are longer, more time with each musician. So this goes on all the way until 1 o'clock in the morning.
1 o'clock in the morning.
So this is a great event. And how can people find to get tickets for your event, Kofi?
Okay, we've not printed tickets to be bought anywhere, but if you come to the door, we give you a ticket, or we'll stamp your hand, or we put a wristband on your wrist to show that you've contributed. I don't call this you are paying to come and watch, but you are donating. You are donating money to come and support.
Right. Is there a suggested donation, or is this open?
It's a $15 donation.
$15 for all this.
For all
to support someone, whose family and person who is in your band fighting cancer. That's amazing. And you've put this all together, Kofi, out of your heart. This is incredible.
A lot of work. A lot of phone calls and emails and texting
and all of these people who have responded, people who care about you, care about music, your band, Chattanooga. Thank you to all of you who are involved in this benefit for supporting Kofi and Antoine and the band in this. It's very exciting. And again, the heart of Chattanooga shines, it shows we're different. Our city is different.
Yeah, Chattanooga is different. Before I forget, I'll give a big thank to Carla Pritchard. So Carla has opened her doors for us to come there as her support for what we are trying to do. So I don't want to forget Carla. She's been a very, very instrumental person in Chattanooga by booking bands to come to Nightfall that we all love to go every Fridays and hang out and and have fun. After hard week or hard days of work, and we get to go to nightfall and relax and enjoy ourselves. And I'll say a big thanks to Carla.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the efforts that go into Nightfall, the sponsorships from this city, the free venue that Nightfall provides. You go down there and you see dancing and happiness, families, kids on their parents' shoulders, band members connecting directly with the community, and it truly is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And yes, thank you, Carla Pritchard, as well and all of those behind Nightfall.
Yeah.
This is something that goes on all year long to get
That's
Nightfall off the ground.
Uh-huh.
And we have a local act and a national act every single week, of the summer. How many cities have that? We're
not. And you'll be surprised. A lot of cities are learning from Chattanooga what we do here every Fridays.
Yes. And then Saturdays also with the River Night music that starts in July on the river. We have additional free
concerts.
You go there, you sit on the grass or on the steps, and the people are hula hooping with lighted hoops, and kids are everywhere. The water, either way, Nightfall or River Nights music. This is an amazing city. And people like you, Kofi, and these people involved here in this benefit are all part of that, It's, I look at this list and I am aware of several of these bands and people, which is amazing to me because I'm not originally from Chattanooga, but that's the wonder of this place.
Yeah. And as you can hear my what do you call it? My accent. I'm also not from here originally.
Really? I didn't know. Y'all.
Yeah, I don't come from here originally, but I've learned to say y'all and all that. And also,
where are you from, Kofi?
I'm from Ghana, West Africa.
Yes.
Ghana, West Africa. But by living here for almost 20 years now, Chattanooga has transformed a lot. Because I remember the very first time that I moved down here, every weekend I have to go to Atlanta and rehearse there and go to some places to hang out and listen to music and dance and do that. But now Chattanooga has got to that point that if you are here on the weekend, you can enjoy yourself, and it's still opening up.
Yes, and even during the week, there's so many there's free comedy going on during the week, and different events all week long here. You can actually exhaust yourself
That's right.
with doing things in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
That's the wonder of this city. So, and it's so beautiful. I truly believe that Chattanooga is an energy center with the way the river goes through, and we have the north and south shores connected with the walking bridge. And such a beautiful valley that we live in with the surrounding mountains. There's some sort of magnetic power here with the mountains.
It is.
And that may sound eclectic or strange, but truly Chattanooga is an amazing city. And I hope y'all see, I've been here too long now. You're from Ghana, I'm from Michigan. We're saying y'all. Yeah. So I hope you can attend the One Heart benefit at the Grand Falloon, 400 East Main Street, Chattanooga, this Saturday, starting. Doors open at 7:30. And this is going to go on and be, even though what produced this benefit is very sad and it's cancer related, it's still a celebration of life, music, and beauty, and giving. So, it's a $15 donation suggested. That doesn't mean that's all you can do. If you have more, do it.
If you have 1,000, we'll take it. If you have 1 million, we'll take it.
Yes, and it will all go to benefit this family and Antoine as he, seeks to go through this therapy and be well.
Yeah.
So is this affecting your band? With Antoine not being able to play his norm, are you okay? You're chugging along with your band. You're rocking it just fine.
Oh yeah, we are okay. We are doing okay, but it's always when it's a family thing. Even if one person is not there, you can feel that emptiness.
Yes.
So, but we go along. I have a saying that we go with the flow, but know where the flow is going.
Right. And what a beauty that his energy adds to your group, to your band. And this is just, we're not sharing the exotype of cancer and everything like that. That's something if you go to the benefit and Antoine wants to share, that's up to Antoine.
Be there.
And he will be there so people can meet Antoine and his family.
Yeah.
and, you know, that sort of thing. So I just think it's amazing, Kofi, that, you know, how long did it, you know, for someone who's maybe thinking of putting together a benefit like this, and you're in the industry of music and things, so perhaps some of those contacts were more natural for you. How long did this take you to put this together?
I can say, yeah, maybe 3 weeks.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You pulled that together very quickly.
Yeah, you know, and when the idea came to me, the idea came to me, Antoine was coming to pick his daughter up, and I'm like, hey, Antoine, this is what I'm thinking. I want organize a benefit concert for you. What do you think? And he looked at my face like, are you sure you can do this? I'm like, yeah. You want it? I want him to give me the go ahead before I start putting it together. So, you know, I started calling, and actually I called Christian. I gave him an idea. This is what we want to do. And then I put it on Facebook. This is what I'm thinking. So any musician who wants to do this, just inbox me. And then the inbox started coming in. So Facebook has been a very good way to connect to, you know, to everybody, and then also making phone calls to some other people and, you know, putting it all together.
See, now that's a positive thing. So many times the social media receives a negative view, but for people with positive energy and positive goals, it can be utilized for the good.
That's right.
And that's a good testimony to hear that, you know, being on the social media. I mean, you and I are friends on there, and so
and that's how we connected.
It is. I saw you on Facebook, and then I was interested in your music, and it is important, you know, that we connect with one another. And I admire this, you know, like 3 weeks to put together a benefit with, you know, 1, 2, 3, like what? 10 acts. That's incredible. And again, thank you to all of you. Lyle and Deji Vuso, the Caribbean Cruise Entertainment, Crazy Flute, Native American Flautist, Emerald Hips Belly Dance, Denise, how do you say? Denny Divine Poetess, Amanda Newfield, Belly Dancer, Maure and Company African Dance, Tropical Swing Band, Latin Music. Lyle and DJ Vuso are also listed again. And then Lumbar 5, Soulful Roots with World Beat. The Robert Crabtree Trio with special guest Richard, and the Oja World Music Band with Kofi Mawaku and his band, and Malay Roots. And then Antoine Williamson is the benefactor of this, who is a band member with Kofi and is been diagnosed with cancer and traveling to Atlanta and back for therapy. And having that thing happen that none of us wants to hear.
You know, what struck me to do this is, I don't know if I should say this on air, but the first time that he has his appointment and went to Atlanta, you know, they gave him a place to stay, and you know, he didn't have much money even for food, so he thought, oh, okay, the hospital is going to take care of all these things. So yeah, our time is up.
Our time is up, but the bottom line is, let's support Antoine with the One Heart benefit concert at the Grand Falloon this Saturday, starting at 7:30, 400 East Main Street. And thank you, Kofi, for putting this together and caring about your friend Chattanooga and other people in this world. And it's always my pleasure to have you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Please go to the benefit. Thanks. See you in a few minutes.
The Tennessee Valley's news, talk, and sports leader. Nooga Radio, AM 1240 and 92.7 FM.
We've got a table here at Delia's, ready to delight in a plate of authentic Mexican food. Delia's spreads a rich selection. Loaded nachos, crazy chicken, homemade tamales, maybe the enchiladas with beef, chicken, pork. We're at Delia's in Saudi Daisy, near the Thrasher Light. Quesadillas, smell them coming. Delia's uses the freshest ingredients, cooked to perfection. Nachos made fresh every morning. Delia's open every day except the Lord's Day. For lunch or dinner, treat yourself to Delia's genuine Mexican food. Mention Sean Hannity and save a dime on every dollar of your tab. Yep, 10% for the Nooga Radio listener.
He stole out so much cash, such a huge mountain of cash, that he's become a national star. Rick Davis. You know the story. Cash, 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 and more cash. People can't believe it. They want to see it. And now Rick Davis has a new TV show. National TV, USA and Canada. He's got the gold and silver, diamonds and rings. You get dizzy just thinking about it. Rick's selling. Rick's buying. Cash, 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 and more cash. And now a mountain of cash catching the Hollywood spotlight. You know where it is. Brainerd Road. Rick Davis, Gold and Diamonds. Cash, 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 and national TV cash. That's really big. Everyone wants to see it. Money flying out the door. Rick Davis is America's jeweler. It's better than Hollywood. It's right here. Cash, 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 and more cash. Rick Davis, Gold and Diamonds. Brainerd Road.
You love me. You really love me.
Chattanooga's best kept secret, Boyd Speedway. Come see the fastest dirt late model drivers in the South compete for a purse every Saturday night. Pit gates open at 3, grandstand opens at 5. Racing starts at 7. Bring the whole family for a night of fun as they tear it up on the dirt track. Go to BoydSpeedway.net and check out the Dirt Simulator. BoydSpeedway.dirtsimulator.com. Chattanooga's best kept secret, Boyd Speedway. Fun-filled, outrageous racing. We'll see you Saturday night.
The racetrack roars to life every Saturday night. Catch the explosive action only at Boyd Speedway.
Boyd Speedway.
The Tennessee Valley's news, talk, and sports leader. Nooga Radio, AM 1240 and 92.7 FM.
3, 2, 1.
Chattanooga Radio, AM 1240 and 92.7 FM's news now.
A woman went missing in Etowah on Saturday, July the 1st, and now the police believe that she may be the person who was found dead in Etowah on the 4th of July. 18-year-old Kelsey Burnett disappeared under mysterious circumstances on Saturday, the TBI working to confirm the identity of the body. A single vehicle car crash on Stanford Gap Road has claimed the life of the driver. The family's not been notified yet, so the identity's not been released. High water levels and strong currents swept away some 40 kayakers in Cummins Falls State Park. All 40 were rescued except for one, a 73-year-old woman who was swept away. She's not yet been found, and the water is too dangerous to continue the rescue operation. The pilot of the plane that crashed in Murray County, claiming the lives of 4, was overdue for a medical exam, according to the FAA. 4 people died in that crash, including a husband and wife and her 2 young grandchildren. Deputies said the plane looked like it disintegrated in the air. Russell Stroud, Nooga Radio News, now.
In-depth traffic, news, and information. Mornings on Nooga Radio, AM 1240 and 92.7 FM.
Another round of scattered showers and storms will roll in from the west through your afternoon and evening. Highs mid and upper 80s. Tonight, lingering showers and storms diminishing after midnight. Lows 70 to 73. For Friday, a morning shower possible, then drier with some afternoon sun. Highs upper 80s again for the weekend. Tired of the pressures and hassles of car shopping? Come see what more people are making the short drive to Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC in Lafayette or online at jacksongm.com. That's Jackson Chevy Buick GMC in Lafayette. And I'm Source Team 12 Chief Meteorologist Patrick Ward on Nooga Radio AM 1240 and 92.7 FM.
The Tennessee Valley's news, talk, and sports leader. Nooga Radio, AM 1240 and 92.7 FM.
Welcome back to the Art Beat of Chattanooga, where art lives. I'm your host, Jillian Collins, and we just had a wonderful first half with Kofi Mwaku talking about the One Heart benefit at the Grand Falloon this Saturday starting at 7:30, which is a benefit concert for his band member, Antoine Williamson, who is dealing with cancer, and all that that entails. So Kofi has put together a wonderful lineup with everyone donating time and talents for this benefit concert. So if you can attend 7:30 at the Grand Falloon Saturday evening, it goes on to 1 o'clock in the morning. And although it's cancer that made this happen, it is going to still be a celebration of talent and beauty. So I hope you can attend. And I welcome Alexis today again, second time, right, that you're here with us.
I am a repeat offender.
Repeat offender, yes. We try to keep them coming back, keep an eye on things here. And Alexis is involved in the con industry.
Yeah, Chattanooga here in town.
Which I don't know that much about, so that's why I love picking her brain. I just like to hear all about it. What's happening, when, and all that, but also What is the heartbeat of this movement?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So for those of you that might not know about Chattanooga, it is something that happens every February here in town, and it is a multi-fandom convention, which means we are not about one particular thing. Anything that you are a fan of, we will have there. Movies, television, comic books, literature. We even have a whole thing of children's programming. So the whole family can come. There's something for everybody. It's about building a community of people to all get together that share similar interests and meeting new friends and things like that here in town. So it's a big deal, pretty big fun. We had our last year's our 10-year anniversary. So this will be year 11 in 2018.
And that's in Chattanooga, 10 years.
It is.
Of Chattanooga.
You're right, it is.
So this is a strong movement. This is being the art beat of Chattanooga. I know that people do a lot of creating within the con community.
Oh boy, do they.
Costuming, ideas. What else? I mean, there's so much art involved in getting yourselves prepped for these events.
Well, I'm the head of the cosplay and LARP track, which is visual art and storytelling art. Cosplay is a smash up of the words costume and play. So if you see like a costume you like in a movie, or you identify you like Captain America as one of your heroes, you dress up as Captain America.
Wonder Woman.
Yes. When Wonder Woman come out,
She'll be big this year.
I want to see lots of Wonder Women there. And things like that. And with LARPing, it's storytelling. It's creative storytelling. Your world making and weaving worlds. But it's not just those things either. At Chattanooga, we also have artist tracks where you have your traditional artists like pen and paper or digital art. We have film, media, all that kind of stuff too. So any art is actually supported through there are various fandoms in which you will fit.
Fandoms. Okay. See, like I said, this is not my generational thing, although people in my generation are involved, but this is the whole con thing. I find it fascinating because I haven't had time to explore it.
Oh my goodness, you have to come this year.
We said that last year. We have to make that happen this year.
Yeah, you come be a media guest this year. Do it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'll come and do like live feeds and talk to people. If you need an artist, I'll bring my art,
Hey,
so,
all right.
I think it's fascinating that this transports from, these beautiful glitter silver shoes that Alexis has brought here.
I made those last night.
With crystals coming out of the toes. Are they my size? That's what I want to know.
They are a 7.
No, they're not. Cinderella, look at these. Crystal and glitter with high-heeled shoes that are part of, I assume, your con.
It's my costume for this weekend for our big gala. There is a event that happens on the West Coast called the Labyrinth of Jareth. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with Jareth, David Bowie, from the Labyrinth movie or whatever. They have a really big costume ball over there every year. And I was like, you know what? We should do something like that over here. And I contacted my con leadership and was like, hey guys, you guys want to throw a party or you want to do an event to remind everybody that Chattanooga is, 6 months from now, kind of a halfway till. I was like, let's throw a costume ball. And they're like, all right.
So you kind of led this event.
Yeah, they were like, all right, you want to throw a party? Okay, go.
So that's awesome.
They pretty much patted me on my head and was like, okay, this is your project. Run with it. Go.
Yeah, you put it together because you have nothing else to do. You're also, Alexis works with Improv Chattanooga here in Chattanooga, and they have just gotten a new space.
They did. First draft just opened this past weekend. It shows every Friday and Saturday nights, 8 and 10 o'clock.
And I got to get up on the stage and move someone's hands around. It was so fun. We were slapping the other guys and everything.
Moving people.
I love it. So Alexis, you're a busy lady. I mean, you help run Improv Chattanooga. You have spearheaded this mid-year con ball, sort of. So what are you creating? What's your costume about? I see crystals and glitter. I saw something else. Where's the other thing you have?
My breastplate.
Your breastplate. So what is your person? Who are you going as?
She is the same person every year. She's the hostess of this deal.
Oh. Let me see it. Hold it up. Come on, put it on your. Hold it up. I just unplugged my earphones.
Oh,
no. Nah, no biggie.
So it's not done. We're still working on it. We actually are finishing it today because it's got to be done by Saturday. It's got to be done or I'm going naked. And no one wants that.
Oh, sure they do. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we don't talk about that.
You don't want that. Yeah.
But so she is just like the same hostess that does it every year.
But are you hosting?
I am.
So what's her name?
Her name is Io.
You don't want to hold this up, do you, to yourself? I think it's beautiful. This is a breastplate of a woman's figure. So you have the frontal armor with the going over the breast and then down through the abdomen or the solar plexus with a band, and it's all silver glitter and crystals. What sort of crystals are these?
These are just quartz
crystals, but they're drawing that energy.
Good stuff. And people are really away from my mic. People are really intimidated about things like that. They're like, oh my God, that looks so cool. You must be like some kind of genius to do this. That is a floor mat.
Right.
Like this is an EVA foam floor mat. That is what that is made out of. These are like a pack of 4 at Harbor Freight for $10, and we carved it out of that.
So you cut it out. You used glitter, glue, and hot glue, probably crystals.
That's it.
And you're going to look amazing.
That's it. It is that simple.
I assume you're wearing something other than the breastplate and shoes.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
There's more.
So you know what this con thing is all about. You never know. I used to hear about these hotels that had a exclusive like weekend where everyone was naked the whole time and then no one wanted to go to the hotels afterwards because it's like, were they sitting on the furniture? That's really gross. I'm just teasing you. I know you're
no there is such a con that we're not going to talk about on the air. Oh boy. Yeah, so everybody's really,
no costumes necessary. Is that the deal?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life.
Okay.
But so everybody's really like, oh my gosh, it's so intimidating to do this. You can buy a costume. You can rent a costume. Even if you have like just some weird idea, you can cobble it together and no one is going to judge you.
Well, I love to dress up as Marilyn Monroe.
Yes.
I love to. I mean, I don't look like her. I don't care.
Who cares?
But, I've got this dress that is just, in a blonde wig, and I definitely have done Marilyn Monroe. So if I come to this convention, I definitely have to dress up.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like you say, well, I don't look like Marilyn Monroe. You don't have to. You want to be Wonder Woman. You don't have to look like Gal Gadot. You don't have to look like you can bench press a car.
I want to look like her, though.
I mean, okay.
I want to look like the, Wonder Woman. The whole thing. I want the whole thing.
And that's cool. The thing about cosplay and LARP to, another degree is that we don't care what you look like.
Right.
It's about having fun and dressing up and experimenting with trying out different personalities and things like that and practicing maybe, like perhaps you're sort of a meek person or you want to really like develop the ability to stand up for yourself. Well, when you're cosplaying that character, you develop those skills, whether you know it or not. And it's going to start bleeding through into your life where, sometimes you're like, no, I don't like that. Or no, I'm not going to do that because you have experience learning those skills playing pretend.
Building your self-confidence, acting out a character.
Yes.
It's acting.
Yeah.
You're acting.
Absolutely.
Role playing.
And the thing about the gala this weekend is we do still have tickets. We have general admission tickets that can be bought for $20 at the door. The only thing we ask is that you show up in costume. That's it. And it's to get people curious about cosplay and the LARP community and to experience that. Because, there's some stereotypes out there that are not awesome.
Right.
about nerds and stuff. But it's all in the name of fun and making new friends and community and being around people who like the things you like. And, we say, well, it's being around people who like the things you like. Doesn't mean that we all view the same thing or we have the same opinions or like we even voted for the same presidential candidate. None of that. I mean, there are groups that share the same thoughts among us, but you can meet so many new people through a shared interest that, you would have never been exposed to before. You might meet your new best friend or your other half. Like, my other half sitting out there in the lobby. I met him through LARP.
That's awesome. And, similar to other forms of art, Alexis, it seems like there is a stereotype. I know that I've had to battle that in the conservative community here in Chattanooga and conservative talk station. Mm-hmm. I have been viewed just without anyone's knowledge of me at all as maybe a hippie because I am an artist. I'm certainly not a hippie. I do claim to be a gypsy princess, though, because that's what I want to be.
Yeah.
So that's my pretend reality right there. But, it can be lawyers, doctors, nurses.
Oh, absolutely.
Anyone. This is just like any other art form. It is not exclusive to any sect of society. It's across the board.
It's across the board. It's all interests. It's all age groups. Like when I LARP some of the games in Atlanta that I play, we have doctors, engineers. One of my friends that plays the game up here is a medical student going to school for biomedical engineering. Like, these are your future brain surgeons that you guys are calling nerds.
Yeah,
Like,
and we all need an escape. We all need fun. So LARP, what you're mentioning LARP. Let's tell our viewers and listeners what that is.
LARP is live action role play. I'm
Right.
sure a lot of you are familiar with, or at least have heard about, like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, where you sit around a table with your character card and you roll the dice and stuff like that. That's what LARP is, except you're not sitting at a table. You wear a costume as basic or extravagant as you would like, and you are physically role playing out what that is. And you use like we have special weapons that are very safe. They're latex or Nerf type weapons, you know, and most of it's called lightest touch. So I just reach out, just boop, you know, and call damage and stuff like that. It's really, really fun. It's good for you. Get your heart rate up. It's creative problem solving. A lot of workplaces are now using LARP scenarios for team building and teaching people to creatively problem solve through, you know, negotiation and things like that. And it's a really great thing that's translating out through a lot of communities.
I've definitely been in some job situations where a couple Nerf swords would have come in really handy. Yeah. You know, okay, let's get past this BS and just do some sword fighting and then we're done, you know, instead of the stresses that come up.
Yeah.
It's a stress diffuser. I definitely sense that. But
it is a lot of it, the kind of issue with it though is you can't get too involved. Because you get too involved in like who stepped on whose Jordans and things like that. Any community has their own dramatus about it. But, you know, like that's something that I've struggled with here lately is just, you know, sometimes you're like, man, you know what? I need to put like a toe in, not go in over my head. I'm a little too in it. Maybe I need to just step back and enjoy it for the game that it is and not care about everything else. So, you know, you have to find your happy medium of where it makes you happy to participate and stop there.
That's good advice right there. And that's life advice about everything, I think, is, you know, creative beings tend to, I think, try to tackle the entire universe at once because it's so flowing through your mind and one thing stimulates another. Yeah. And, you know, then we're also intellectual beings that are motivated and what do you call it? Like achievement oriented. So it can get to be a snowball where something takes over.
So the things in cosplay and LARP that are very important if you want to get into those communities is you need to go into it understanding there is no winning. It's not like a video game. You don't win. It's not like a football game. You don't win. There is no being the best or being better or anything like that. Everyone is different and everyone has different pinnacles of their skill sets. And if you are a great seamstress, that is your pinnacle. Someone else might be a great role player, but that doesn't make the two of you better or worse than each other. Like everybody's good at something and you just have to acknowledge that. And, you know, there's just no room for winning. Like some people are hyper-focused, like you said, they're achievement oriented. They have to win. There's no winning at LARP. There's no winning at cosplay. Just like really there's no winning at life. You just kind of are in it.
You are just in it. Yes. And the winning, I think, for what I'm hearing in cosplay is the fun. The connection with people, the ability to look within yourself and find some strengths you maybe didn't know you have, to identify with a superhero, or it could be any other character. Maybe they're dark, maybe they're anything, you know, so the ability to take on traits that you wish you had.
Yeah, or maybe you can get some of that stuff out of your system. Like maybe you're cosplaying an evil character because like you've got some like stuff you don't know how to like create. You got some stuff you don't know how to express in a healthy manner. So you can go out there and be this evil character and kind of work your stuff out and then feel better.
I want to be the evil queen then from, what is that one with the whole, what am I thinking? Fairy Storybrooke. The evil queen on Storybrooke. She's amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, who wouldn't want to be her? She's so evil and so beautiful, you know, and you're, you know.
And they always have like all these evil queens and stuff. Like you saw the Maleficent movie. Like, man, they didn't start out that way. Like they're trying to cope with some stuff. And then everybody's like, well, you're so terrible. You're so evil without like, you know, looking into what made them that way. You know, you don't know.
Like Wicked, you know, like, hey, the Wicked Witch of the West wasn't born evil. She was born green. Yeah. And it messed up her life. So, you know, very interesting. And last time you were here talking about Con Alexis, we entered into something about body style and about the support level that you feel Con offers people who may be struggling with their body style, their weight. This is a very supportive environment, which I hear you saying in all these other areas. But I know there are women out there thinking, well, I want to go as this or that. but I'm not thinking I'm at my best weight or someone might judge me.
I had a breakdown about this yesterday.
All right.
I did. I was trying on that costume, the breastplate and everything. And there's a couple of people, there's parents who have contacted me about this. And they're like, hey, I have a young daughter. I want to bring her. She's really nervous and stuff like that. And I had like this breakdown about what message am I sending this little girl about how she presents herself and how she walks around and stuff like that. Is what message am I sending to these kids whom I'm going to impress upon in their first thing? And, my friends were like, hey, what you're expressing towards them is a body positive outlook that, you can wear whatever you want to as long as you feel comfortable. Cause I was like, man, is this too much? Am I like got too much skin on display? Like, people are they going to say nasty things about me behind my back? Either like, well, look at her. She's such a, attention monger that she's just got to show it all off. Or are they going to be like, well, look, she's got some extra rolls. Maybe nobody loves her enough to tell her she shouldn't have worn that, but
you're pretty tiny, Alexis. I don't know about that.
Baggy t-shirts are deceptive, but it's like, those are the things that you struggle with when you walk out the door in a costume. Like, is everybody going to love it? Are they going to talk about me behind my back? What message am I sending to other people about myself? And like, I was literally like in tears yesterday, like worried about it. And my friends picked me up and they're like, hey, what do you always tell people about this community that you're in? That you don't judge each other, and the people that do say bad things are usually reacted to pretty harshly.
Right.
So, the whole like bullying of others and the hate speech of others and the saying hurtful things to other people in these communities is usually met with some pretty instantaneous fire.
That's good, because recently on Facebook, there was some real criticism of a woman who was of a larger body style who dressed up for a prom and was photographed and literally received hate messages about you shouldn't be wearing that dress, blah, blah, blah. And, if you can rock it and feel beautiful in it, I don't care what your size is.
See, here's my thing. You shouldn't wear that. Did you buy this for me? Are you my significant other? Then I don't care what you think. And even then, I probably still wouldn't because you're not me and I don't care. Are you me? No. Then what I wear and what I do is not your business unless I'm hurting someone else.
Right.
Period.
And am I expressing something within myself? Whoever we are, say maybe we're born with a facial deformity and we still want to dress up as a actress or actor who is perceived as symmetrical and beautiful in the U.S.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You can still do it. There shouldn't be that hindrance for anyone to express what's inside of them.
Right.
The book does not necessarily, the cover doesn't tell the story. That's the truth.
Exactly. And that's one of the things is like, it's a place for everyone to feel accepted and everyone's coping with something through their expression through, cosplay or whatever. The characters that you pick to cosplay mean something to you. And it usually is not just a random choice. Like I randomly choose some stuff because I'll see a design and be like, oh man, that looks awesome. I got to build that. But most of the time we identify with a character and they represent something to us. And that's why we go to them. Like Wonder Woman, girls who want to cosplay Wonder Woman because she's strong, she's beautiful, she's just, she embodies all of those positive qualities that we want to see in ourselves. So we identify with that and thus, act it out. So it's and if you have, I'm loath to even say something wrong with you because there's nothing wrong with you if you're, tall or a little more curvy than other people, or maybe you don't look like everybody else. There's nothing wrong with you. And we don't care.
Or maybe you're super skinny and you can't gain weight. Cause I know women who struggle with that too. I eat neat. I'm just so skinny. And maybe, but the positive thing that I felt and that I recall from speaking with you last year is how supportive the con community is.
Oh yeah.
Toward those involved, that there's not judgment, that you can't prevent negativity in this human race, but it sounds like it's a really supportive, safe environment to express yourself and have some fun.
It is generally, and of course in any community, there's always going to be those trash can people, but most of the time they stay to their own and you just tune them out.
Right.
Don't friend them on Facebook or whatever.
Well, I hope you're going to post pictures on Facebook because I'm not going to be able to be there and I need to see this outfit.
Oh yeah. We'll have photographers there and stuff. Awesome. So there'll be good stuff.
So that's this weekend and it is at the Reed Hotel.
It is at the Reed House. Saturday at 7:00. So we'll be upstairs.
You got this. You've got the benefit for Kofi and along with all the other Chattanooga options. The Reed House is a beautiful historic hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And
we'll be in the Silver Ballroom, which is beautiful.
So the Silver Ballroom at 7.
That's 7.
Okay, and you can get a ticket at the door. Just
$20 in cash.
Come dressed up as something. I mean,
yep.
You know,
no jeans and t-shirts. Pretty much our only rule. Oh, and no weapons. So no bringing like play swords or stuff. Obviously, no real weapons, but no like swords and stuff like that.
Right. We want to keep it friendly.
Yeah, keep it friendly.
So you can even like go to Goodwill or go downtown to the eclectic cool little shops and dress up as anything. You don't have to even be a character. It's kind of like Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can just dress up with what you have.
You don't even have to role play. You can come in and just be yourself. People may approach you as a character and engage you, but you don't have to come as a thing you're role playing. You can just come as yourself and have a good time and meet new people and maybe get into a new hobby.
Right. You don't have to have the study all done about who you are and how you're going to react. You can just be you, and I'm just here to check it out.
Yeah, you don't have to have a backstory or anything. Just show up in some cool duds you've never worn before, or maybe you have. I'm not judging you. I'm telling you how to live your life.
Every day. I'm like I love clothes and I love dressing nice.
Mm-hmm.
Costuming is specifically fun, and it is a little hard in society every day to let that part out.
Oh, yeah, and we want to do stuff like this. Every time there is a nerd movie coming out, like Spider-Man's coming up, we go down to the Majestic 12. You can check out the Chattanooga Cosplay and LARP Track on Facebook for our calendar. Every time there's a nerdy movie that comes out, we go see it the Friday night that it comes out, and we all dress up and go out and go maybe, bar hop or go to dinner or something.
Fun, very fun. So is there a website people can go to also learn about Con and what you have going on with Chattanooga coming up in this event?
Mostly it's all on Facebook. You can go to Chattanooga's Facebook itself. You can go to the Chattanooga Cosplay and LARP Track. If you go to Chattanooga, you can find your way to us.
Chattanooga, you're going to be able to navigate through Google, through the system, and it's going to lead you to links to find Alexis.
It's all on Facebook.
The event at the Reed House this weekend on Saturday at 7. So, dress up, get crazy. And I wish I could. I have commitments this weekend in both of these events. I know.
Yeah.
We got to plan Chattanooga, though, for sure. I have to make sure I'm available for that because last year we missed out. I missed out on that. You didn't. It's time. It's time.
You got to be there.
Got to break out as whatever character I want to go as.
I'll be mad if I don't see Marilyn.
Well, someday when I have my next art opening, I am going to arrive as Marilyn Monroe with my breast cancer awareness show that I'm working on right now. And so thank you, Alexis.
Thank you.
Montclair. Yes. I always think in Montgomery. No, Montclair. And, go to Chattanooga. Go support Kofi at the One Heart benefit this Saturday at Grand Falloon. Certainly plenty of things to do, and just these 2 things alone will keep you busy. So, always a pleasure, Alexis. And thanks for joining the Art Beat of Chattanooga on Nooga Radio, 92.7 FM, AM 1240. I'm your host, Jillian Collins, local artist, and I love you and I love art.
Always look on the bright